Hello and welcome to Intercontinental Group of Awesome and I-95 Games as we play Monster of the Week. But we play Monster of the Week in a certain setting, and the setting is East Texas University. Now, wait a second, Rich. ETU is a Savage World setting. You can't do that. You can't put that chocolate with that peanut butter, but I don't care. You can. We've been doing it. This is our 10th session, and we are using the Monster of the Week, which comes from Evil Hat, published by Evil Hat, written by Michael Sands, as the rules framework, with one or two silly custom moves that I mostly make Jen make and then take credit for. And it's all in the East Texas University campaign setting, which is a campaign framework with a plot point adventure. If you don't know what those things mean, it's set there. It's kind of Buffy, but more redneckish in East Texas. So that's how you do it. I can say the word redneck because I'm from Tennessee. We kind of coined the term or something. It's okay. Texas and Tennessee, even though we're separated by quite a few miles, it's all the South. That's good enough. We are, as I said, in the 10th session, which means we have a significant number of advancements. These freshmen going into, freshman second semester students are veritable badasses, but we need to meet them to prove that as true. I have checked my notes, and I see here that as I do introductions, that I cannot call upon Paul first. So Alex, because as we've already discussed, I'm like Space Invaders. I can only go left to right. We start with Alex because your name starts with an A, and that's how Google presents me to you. Please tell us about your character.
I'm Ollie the Wronged. My boyfriend was killed by a vampire. We realized this last session, and he's a ghost in the machine on the campus internet, I guess. And I currently stepped up my hunting game by deciding we needed some sort of a battle wagon, and with complete permission by Earl, I am upgrading his Oldsmobile.
The Delta 88?
Yeah, the Delta 88.
I think that when you take someone's keys out of their pocket, it's like permission.
Well,
because it's 9/10 of the law, because you own the keys by pretty.
I'm doing it as a favor. I think I even said something vaguely like that before.
I watched a couple episodes of People's Court earlier today, so I'm pretty solid on law. Yeah. I think you're good. As according to Miriam Millian, I think she would just make a hard decision and say it's okay that Paul's character was asking for it. Cool. Thank you so much, Alex. Next, we have Jan. Jan, please tell us about your sweet, innocent mortal.
Derek is the what you call it? I'm drawing the mundane skin.
Skin? What's the skin thing? What do you mean?
Playbook?
Yeah.
Every Apocalypse World game is Monster Hearts, damn it.
Monster of the Week Hearts? Something? Okay. So you're playing the mundane. I'm sorry to keep interrupting.
I was drawing a bit. So yeah, he's totally mundane, really. He's totally normal. Everyone knows that. And he's also very opposed to all the supernatural thing, and especially since he's been bitten by a vampire, and ever since he's been acting a bit weird. But totally normal.
That's true. Totally normal. We've seen a little attitude change as the normally upbeat Derek has become just a teeny bit more surly.
He really hates himself now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been an interesting ride so far. Next, we have Jen, who's playing our weirdo.
Now it's called the Spooky. It's different. It's totally different. Although I am a total weirdo. Yep, I'm playing Tekla Abandonado. She's hella psychic and just trying to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're like a tequila drink because you got the worm and all that good stuff. So
Exactly.
So you're a party girl. I love it.
Mhm.
Fantastic. Next we have Jules who's playing a nerd. Jules, please tell us about your character.
Yeah, I'm playing a nerd. I am playing Jessica Nakamoto. She is an expert. She is from Houston, Texas, so a little bit more city-oriented. She is here studying anthropology. She is the assistant coach for the swim team, which basically means that she gets to hold the stopwatch, which is really exciting. She likes to go to frat house parties because there are very nice frat houses here. And she has a knack for finding useful things in thrift shops. That turn out, may or may not turn out to be useful for fighting monsters. And lately she's been dating Earl, but it's freaking her out a little bit, so they're taking it nice and slow.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, we now have the aforementioned and dead last Earl. Paul, please tell us about Earl.
I'm not sure I like being last. Can't you switch things up and like put me in the middle somewhere? I don't know. So Earl is a YouTuber. He good with a video camera. He has spent the last several years kind of making YouTube videos about urban legends and weird stuff around his hometown of Nacogdoches, Texas, which is right on the border with Louisiana. And he recently started dating Jessica, but she's kind of freaked out about it, so we're taking it slow.
Our Jessica Earl shipping is great. I'm really enjoying that. Good. So we have in the last session we sped through some time, and you guys went through break and have returned back to in January, which in East Texas means relatively mild weather. Not a high chance of snow, but cooler. A few more jackets worn, especially for folks who are used to warmer climes. I would imagine, Tekla, this is like no big deal for you because you're from upstate. So this is about cool. Does Tekla wear jackets in this kind of weather? Say it's in the I'm sorry, I'm not going to do the math right off the top of my head. I can Google it later. But in like the 60s, the high 50s and 60s.
No, I mean, a good sweater takes care of that if I'm feeling, peaked.
Nice. Cool. So we have a few start of session moves that we need to fire. Let's go ahead and go with Jessica's start of session move at the beginning of a mystery. Please tell us that one and let's roll it.
The woman with a plan. At the beginning of each mystery, roll plus sharp. On a 10 plus, hold 2, and you can spend the hold to be there when you need to be, prepared and ready. Whew, that would be a nice change.
Cool. All right. Well, let's check our roll for your party.
Just it. I rolled the same thing I had before, which is a 9 plus sharp is 12.
Wow, that is awesome. So on a 10 plus, you hold 2.
Yeah.
You spend the hold to be where you need to be, prepared and ready. On a miss, I hold 1 to put you in the worst place, unprepared and unready.
Well, you can't. Ha.
I cannot. Next, we have premonitions.
Yep. So I don't use roll for your party because it don't work on my computer. But today I remembered that I have a device that helps me keep the dice from going where they shouldn't go.
Nice.
It's this amazing like Asian dice rolling cup thing.
It's like a cup plate combo that's very, very cool.
All right. So that is a 13. I premonition the hell out of today.
You're so doomed when it counts. roll too well. On a 10 plus, the start of each premonitions, at the start of each mystery, roll plus weird. On a 10 plus, you get a detailed vision of something bad that is yet to happen. You take a +1 forward to prevent it coming true, and mark experience if you stop it. Sweet. So we will start with that in just a moment. I just want to see, are there any other start of mystery moves?
No, but I think a couple of us need to roll exams.
Good. Let's do that. Let's do some exams. So exams is our custom move. I have worked with Jen, as usual, to convert it to Monster of the Week. It's a thing that's unique to the East Texas University to represent the possibility of taking and failing exams. Oh, by the way, it's like 13 degrees Celsius now for my European friends. Thank you, Google. Cool. So who needs to roll exams? I believe that Ollie does.
Yeah, I think so. It's not on the character sheet, but I think we decided on my major was classes of physical.
Oh,
I think, or maybe not.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, it doesn't
decide your major and it got
but...
removed. That's weird. I know we had it.
HVAC, right?
Yeah. I mean, with that, tough doesn't really seem exactly right. Would...
I mean, if it's HVAC and construction.
Yeah. I mean, it obviously requires some physicality, but...
If it's HVAC, do you want to roll with weird? Because those things make no sense to me. No.
Yeah, I will roll with weird.
Okay, sweet.
Done. I got a 6, and of course I have a 1 in weird, so 7.
Lucky you.
Skated.
Yeah.
We have not changed the exams, although we talked about it. So once you successfully make that roll, you on a success, you roll 2d6 and consult the past exams chart, which is below on the custom moves tab of our little character keeper. I'll go ahead and screen share so we can all look at it together. Screen sharing is not as easy because I am using an old version of Hangouts, and I think I'm actually just going to give up on it.
So I need a little reminder on how the system works.
If you get a success, you roll 2d6,
Okay.
and then you just, that's what you get. It's 2d6, you add the two together, that's what you get. If you had a 10 plus, you roll twice and choose the result you want.
Okay, I got an 8.
Okay, on an 8 to 9, windfall. You intrigue someone on campus who offers you a one-time only job. The dean creates the details, but the job pays 2d6 times $25, which we've done so much tracking of money that's just great. So what we're going to do?
Some money in my pocket. I'll roll that.
Ali is poor. We're going to say that yes, just walking around money. I tell you what, it will be a one-time. We'll go a little like Dungeon World. Dungeon World uses of certain items, like useful item. We'll say that it is 5 uses of a useful household. Like you have enough money to afford thing. Is that cool?
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. So we'll just mark that in your gear. And
how many uses did you say?
5.
I got $225. Is what the roll gave me.
Okay, cool. It's 225. So we'll say that's 5 uses. I'll tweak that. I'm tweaking on the fly. Unless you want the dollars. Do you want to track the dollars? If you want, we'll just say 225.
I've got how much dollars, and then just put 5 uses.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. So there you go. And it is a one-time only job that I create the details. I'm going to... Yeah. Sorry?
No, you've got an idea. I didn't have an idea yet. So.
Oh, if you have an idea, throw it my way.
I don't.
Okay. Cool. So my idea is this. Do you remember our friend from last session, Wes Goodwin?
The one by Headbud.
Yes, and also you stole his mic, but then you gave it back to him. Sans Demon.
Yeah.
He offers you $225.
So not do that again?
No, actually, he wants you. He saw you working on Earl's car, and he wants you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, he did, and he offers you some money to do a few hours worth of work on his car, which, if you guys remember, was like a little like hatchback, like a Honda Civic. He wants you to basically install some speakers and drop in some new hydraulics.
Okay. I charge him like a fair chunk more than the work's worth, and when I take the cash, I leave and say,
Awesome. So now his little hatchback will like pop, does that little pop thing, and he's got
new car is fucking ugly now, but
thumping bass speakers. He's got a little bit of flame like laser detail on the side with some kind of unicorn that comes like. Wes is really into his Civic now, thanks to you.
I shake my head, please.
Who else had an exam to take?
I think everyone does.
Yeah.
Awesome. This is crazy. It's like exams day.
Well.
I think we're going to skip. Maybe we skip to like a midterm type deal. Does that sound good? Timeline wise, I don't think anybody had any super time pending thing.
No.
Awesome. So then we will skip to the midterms in spring semester of our freshman year. So let's just go down the line then. Why don't we get an exams roll from Derek?
All right.
I'm just going to warn you, I'm skipping to Earl next, though.
Let's have a look. So
I got a thumbs up.
my major is biology, so it's plus sharp. Sharp is 1. And go to the roll engine. That's
Ooh, is
11.
that a 10? I see.
It's 11 plus 1.
Nice. On a 10 plus, you get to roll 2d6 twice and choose your favorite result from the table.
All right. So, that's a 5, 4, 1. Select them again.
Yeah, it's just a flat 2d6, so there's no additives.
A 5 or a 6. So
nice. So you can get a 5 and a 6, exact same thing. Teacher's pet.
Yep.
You gain 2 hold on the school favors list. At any time, you can spend your hold 1 for 1 to make a choice on the list. Since they're both the same, then that just means you gain 2 hold on the school favors list. School favors list, for those who may have forgotten, you get access to a school resource, no strings attached. You learn something about a student or faculty member, or you have +1 forward on your next exam.
All right. I'll have to remember that.
I would mark it in your gear and notes or other. Yeah, cool. Let's go now to Earl.
Wait, I'm not ready. Okay,
we'll see. Your major is media studies. You get to roll with charm.
I am rolling with charm. That is a 10 then.
Juicy 2d6 picked your favorite.
So the first result is a 10. The second result is a 10. I can't. How will I choose, Rich? How will I choose?
I tell you what.
And so that means another student, Dean's Choice, takes an interest in you. You get +1 ongoing when dealing with him or her.
Ooh, fun. Even though you've got Jessica, someone's taking an interest in you. Is Hannah McCoy, former DJ at WETU, lost her spot to Wes Goodwin. Remember, she ran the psychic hour. She's the one who looks super intense. And yeah, she's into you. What class do you two have together?
The one where I sit as far away from her as possible. But otherwise, let's say it's some sort of survey European history course. Freshman level kind of, big picture European history.
You're doing really well in that one, right? So when she comes after class and is like, hey, I'm having trouble, I was wondering if you would tutor me. How do you handle that? She stands like way too close, like super in your personal bubble.
I look at her and say, I tell you what, this week is kind of full for me. We can talk about it next week.
All right, so you're tutoring me next week. It's a date. And then she grabs her books together, smiles, and walks away.
I'm okay with postponement.
Kick the can attempt. Fail. Let's circle back to Jessica.
All right.
I've been watching second season Jessica Jones, and man, is it good.
Is it though?
So
Because
good.
I'm scared to start on it because the first one was so good that
It's so good in a way different way. Like season 1, there's like super, this is the baddest bad guy. Season 2 is like, nobody is a super bad guy, and it's super painful because of that. And it's so good.
It's very complex.
Really, really complex.
That sounds cool. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, it's great.
My first roll is an 8, and then I need to roll again, I think,
You do.
which is an 11.
Oh, 11. Oh, man. It turns out that you also want to grab a drink. Another student, Dean's Choice, takes an interest in you. You get a +1 ongoing when dealing with him or her.
Yay.
So, yeah. I think...
Also, Hannah?
Dang, that's tempting. Oh. No, it's... Oh, shoot. Did we name anybody from the Rose? I don't remember if we actually named a member of the... No, we did.
Very fast, yeah.
It was really fast, and it was a long time ago. Billy Tilson was definitely not a member of the Rose because he was a terrible person. Yes, Gimme. Know who Timothy Diamond is. Shoo. Tom Holtzclaw works at WTU, so let me add that note. I have to give him a name. We need we need a member of the swim team. Ooh, yeah, because you're also involved in the swim team. So it's a member of the swim team who's also part of the Rose. I can look that up. Who was the guy? The guy who had the cup. Hold on a second. I have that name. Give me a moment. While I'm doing that, Jen...
What?
We'll roll back to your team. But Tekla, you've got an exam to take.
I sure do. Unicorn, Lordy. All right, so let's see. That is a 7. So I roll once on the table, and I keep it. And so I also got a 10.
What? All of the loves. It's like this. Obviously, the midterms happened right around Valentine's Day. I mean, obviously.
It's thematic. It's, it's just happening.
It's the magic of you guys being badass monster hunters. Brent Rodriguez is the person from the swim team and member of the Rose. Swim team captain. And cool. I will circle back to do the Brent scene. So we pick up in the pool, and you've got a little stopwatch and a clipboard. Did you buy the clipboard on your own, or was that supplied to you from the coach?
I probably brought my own because that one's better.
What makes it better?
It has like 2 different clips, so you can add on the different notes.
Nice.
Ah.
And we have a nice scene of Brent, who swimmers, if you remember, like very, well, stereotypically, little to no body fat. And he's quite handsome. He's in the little Speedos, and he's going up and down the lane. You're timing, boom, ends up the time, and he set a personal record, a PR. It's pretty noteworthy. And he pulls up out of the pool. It's dripping wet. And we have like some slow music, like Dreamweaver, maybe, as he comes out, and he kind of swings his hair a little bit. It's the wet hair, flings a few drops of water on some towels, and he walks over, takes a towel, and he's just like drying himself off. How was that?
That was 50 seconds on your 100-meter freestyle. That's amazing. High five.
Yeah. He like high fives you. His hands are moist. Sorry, I just like to use that word because it's like super not sexy, and it cracks me up. And he's sitting there, he's dripping. He says, "We should go out and celebrate. That's a PR for me."
Yeah, no, that's amazing. What you mean right now?
Well, I mean, I'm just finishing up. Come on, let's go out. Let's grab a beer.
Okay. It's 3, but yes.
All right. Cool.
I'll take your stats.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go like dry off. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So we musical montage. Z comes back. He's dressed in a pair of jeans. Again, it's cool. So he's able to button up shirt. Looks nice. And he says, "So, Pizza Barn?"
Sure.
Cool. I'll drive.
Cool.
And then we cut to Pizza Barn. What did you order? Like, what food is in front of you?
A slice of pepperoni pizza.
Nice. Okay, cool. So you guys bought some pizza by the slice. He's got pepperoni too, and he's got a beer. He's not exactly legal, but he has a really good fake ID. Do you also have a beer?
I do not have a beer. I have a soda.
You have a soda? Okay, cool. He says, Jessica, it's just so cool having you around. I think you're like my inspiration.
Really? That's cool because I really like it too. I made all these graphs for you guys to like chart your progress. I think they're going to help a lot.
They do. I mean, setting little incremental goals each time gives me something to shoot for. Sometimes when you're in the pool, you can get a little lost, Just kind of fade out, think about the world and stuff.
But you just swim from one side to the other. How do you get lost?
No, I mean, he takes the beer, he drinks it. So anyways, Jess, I noticed you're like always by yourself when you come to the frat parties and come to swim team.
Yeah, I guess. I do have friends.
I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. I meant like you don't have a guy. Do you like guys? Not judging.
Yes.
We had a gay pledge this year. We're cool with it. He didn't make it for other reasons.
Oh. What was the reason?
Well, there were certain pledge duties he did not uphold.
Oh. You have to take those very seriously.
We do.
I understand. Yes. But I'm dating someone.
Really?
Yeah.
What is their name?
It's Earl Davis. With the YouTube channel, the video. Okay.
Yeah. That guy?
Yeah. Why?
Huh. Wow. Huh.
Where are you going all who?
Hey, you do you, Jessica, but you're a beautiful, smart girl. And Earl's a guy with a YouTube channel. Media studies. He's probably going to end up as like a production assistant. on a second unit director set. Like, I don't know.
That sounds a little judgmental for such an open frat house that you guys are.
Well, I'm just saying you could do a lot better.
I hadn't thought of it like that.
I mean, if I were dating you, we'd be together a lot, and I hardly ever see that guy. I didn't even know you guys were dating.
That I kind of like it. That's kind of the way I like to date.
How come?
Is that weird?
It's a little weird. I mean, you do you, Jess, but when I've got a girl and we're together, we spend a lot of time together, really get to know each other, support each other. We're like partners, you know? Kind of like me and you, like how you time me and I swim. You hold the cup when we have the volleyball matches and I pour beer in it. It's teamwork. We're like partners, but we're not dating.
Teamwork is nice. That's true.
Hey, is it like an open thing? Like, would you date other people? Say I asked you out. How would that go? Theoretically.
I don't know. That hasn't come up yet.
So let's say that it does. And he looks at you, and it's super obvious that he is asking you out. What do you do?
Well,
He reaches over and he takes your hand, the one you have on top of the table by your pizza. You just hold it for a moment.
I can't make a hypothesis on that. I would have to find out. By asking. Maybe.
Okay.
This is very confusing to me.
Well, why don't you ask? That's so antiquated, Jess. You can do what you want. It's college. You want to date two guys, you do that, and then pick the best one.
I need to think about this. Can I take the pizza?
Of course. And here, I'll drive you back to campus. It's cool.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Not uncomfortable at all. And he throws down a little bit of money, and we'll cut the scene there. We may come back to the long, 15-minute drive back to campus. But for now, we cut away. We cut to Tekla.
Stop.
Yeah, so Tekla, you also were lucky in love, as it were, with Wanna Grab a Drink. And yeah, I think that I think it's got to be Beth, right? I mean, we've kind of, it seems like this is the moment. It's been a whole semester. You guys play golf. So how does this connection happen? Is it a thing where Beth broaches the subject, or does Tekla make the first move, or how does that go? Jen and the die of fate.
Beth makes the first move.
Cool. So it's the same afternoon as the pizza. Beth comes over to your room. You're between classes. She's between classes. You guys just talk. And she moves in to kiss you. How does that go? She's dressed in her golf shirt. She's in a skirt, and she mentioned something about going out and hitting a few, even though it's cold. The greens are good, and she seems kind of nervous. And then she just suddenly moves in to kiss you. How does that go?
I am into it.
Nice.
Honestly, I've had this on the brain for a while, and it's just nice. After a few minutes, I'm like, hold up. And then I find some sock, lying bereft on the floor, and I open the door and put it on the doorknob and shut the door.
Nice. Nice. So we go into the CW territory of the two of you making out. Things start to escalate a little bit, and that's when your premonition happens, because I'm just that kind of guy.
Yeah.
So you are, let's say you're on your back at the moment, up, and you're up high bed, and she is on top of you, kissing you, and you kind of notice the ceiling tile, and everything starts to fade for a moment, and you're looking at another ceiling tile, but it's dark. It's very, very dim. And when you look up, there is no Beth. There's no your bed. You are in a classroom. And in this classroom is what looks like a pair of Tesla coils, like a pair of Tesla coils that have somehow been formed into like an archway.
Okay.
And then there's this hazy film in the area that the archway forms. And you see in that archway a person you recognize from looking through the yearbooks. It's Amid.
Oh, damn.
And he's reaching through it. And you see Ollie walking towards the archway. And then you come out of it. And Beth's stopped. And she's looking at you. Are you okay?
Sorry, it's migraine stuff. It just happens sometimes. I'm fine.
She looks super guilty. Like she 100% assumes she did something wrong. And she scoots back and she just kind of sits down and ducks her head because you're high up near the ceiling.
And I'm just like, no. I'll like tug on her polo shirt a little bit. No, it's not. It's not you. I have to deal with this, and it's normal for me.
Okay. What can I do to help? Is there anything I can do?
I have a couple of ideas.
Well, you do have a +1 ongoing, so guess what? She will smile. She will smile, and yeah, I'm not gonna have Jessica opening. You left your sock outside on the door. I just had the weirdest thing with a swim team guy. Wait, I'm interrupting. No, sorry. Ran that whole. That ends up on the cutting room floor, but that's in the deleted scenes.
That feels like something to have happen like after the credits. We just call back to it, and Jessica being like, "Is this your sock? Why is this here?
This does not look clean." No.
Are you okay up there?
Why are you moaning? Sweet. So good. We cut back. We'll kind of cut scene between Beth returns to kissing Tekla, and then we cut to Owner of a Lonely Heart by Yes playing over the radio as Brent Rodriguez is driving Jessica back to campus. And then the music continues as we cut back to Beth and Tekla. They're laughing. And then we cut back to just a close shot on Jessica as the car stops. And I assume she gets out of the car. Is there anything you say to Brent as he parks? He turns off the car. It's idling. It's not turned off. He idles the car and it's in park.
Thanks for the pizza. I'll see you tomorrow for training.
Okay.
Bye.
Turns off the engine. You get out. Cool. Awesome. So we've got our 2 pre-rolls. We've got all of our exams, and we will we'll pick back up with Tekla. Is anything you're doing with your premonition? If not, I'll jump forward some time.
I mean, this is happening in a classroom, and Tesla coils ain't free. So I'm going to start doing some research in probably the science department and seeing who might be doing experiments with those sorts of devices. Science, and then maybe electronics or electrical engineering.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Shall we say that Jessica comes back towards the dorms as you are heading out to head to check out that? Is that all right?
Sure.
Sweet. I have 2 player characters doing something at the same time.
Oh my
I'm
god.
a brilliant GM, Dean, Keeper, character person. I'm now looking at the maps to see there is the R.E. Lee Engineering and Applied Sciences building, but I wanted to see if there were any other. I think that's the only science building, but I want to double check. Agricultural Studies, Business Arts, Student Center, Memorial, Language Arts, Physical and Life Science. So the Melinda O'Brien Physical and Life Sciences building and then the R.E. Lee Engineering and Applied Sciences building are both on campus. Which of the 2 would you like to go towards?
R.E. Lee first.
R.E. Lee. Awesome. Cool. So we pick up with the 2 of you walking, and maybe you've given a brief. How do you explain I had this weird? I'm kind of curious how this one comes across. How does this combo go?
I mean, first of all, it's been a whole semester, so let's check in with Jessica's opinion of Tekla. Has it shifted from I have this scary, intense roommate, or are we still there?
I think we're sort of going in waves. Like, I have this scary, intense roommate, but she's okay, really. Oh my god, I have this scary, intense roommate, but she's okay, really. I have this scary, intense roommate. She never cleans up her socks. What the hell?
Why was it on her doorknob that time? Anyways, she invites me to these parties where she makes these cute canapes and cocktails.
Apparently.
All right, so we're still riding the waves. So I'm still like, so I've been hearing weird rumors, and that's how I sort of present this story.
This sounds like very exciting ghost stuff. So, like, what have you heard? Is it exciting? Does it involve dead people? What's happening? Have the walls started bleeding? Because I was reading about that, and that sounded scary and awesome.
Where were you reading about walls bleeding?
In the library?
Jessica, you know, I'm in college, but I gotta say, you maybe read too much. Just throwing that out there. Sorry, I've got an echo going on, and I'm not sure why. Anybody else hearing it?
Nope.
I heard it for a minute. I thought it was when Jan opened a drink, but I could be wrong.
I did open a drink, and you probably just heard it from me.
That's possible.
Weird. Well, anyways, Tekla will try to keep the conversation moving and say, you know, I think that somebody's trying to do something electromagnetic to do ghost research, and it could be dangerous. And
oh, that sounds great. Like, where do you think this is happening? Is it like in the electronics building? Why would they do ghost research with electronics?
Because it works? Because they're crazy? I don't know. We're going to find out more. That's why. The rumors are vague. Evidence is specific.
Yes.
Yes. Good.
Where are we going?
We're going over here to the Robert E. Lee building.
Yes. Okay.
Sweet.
Teamwork.
You guys head to the R.E. Lee, and it's Robert E. Lee, so we have a big statue of R.E. Lee in copper outside, and you see that there are a couple of ETU staff who are currently working. They've defaced Robert E. Lee. Someone's painted like blackface on Robert E. Lee, and they're like scraping it off.
Kill her.
Do what? Sorry?
Such terror.
Yeah. Across the way, if you guys take a look at the map, is the very large library, which if you guys remember, we've established there is that little Java hut, Java the Hut. And I'm going to say that Derek is there. Derek, who is with you? Is it Ollie or is it Earl that is currently with you drinking some coffee when the girls come by?
Probably Earl.
Nice. Nice. So Earl, grabbing some coffee, you see your girl. You're kind of dating Jessica girl and Tekla. They are headed your way, chatting. What do you do?
I stand up, nudge Derek that they're walking towards us, and but just wave. I'm not gonna like make a scene.
I look at the shoulder that you tapped me on and go like, why are you tapping me?
I point at the girls.
Yeah. Hi. I wave at them. And
Oh, yeah, that's all I was looking for. We'll see if they come over. If not, they're on their own.
Of course,
mission.
Jessica and Tekla, you see Earl and Derek playing it cool, drinking some coffee.
Wave, head over, lean on their table. Sup, guys?
Studies. You know, not special.
Someone is trying to catch ghosts with electricity.
Really?
What?
Well, that's what Tekla just said.
I've been hearing some rumors, so I just felt like checking it out.
Well, you feel like some company?
Sure. 4 sets of eyes is better than just 2, right?
Well, we'll probably find out that it's just, you said it was something with electricity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's actually a thing where if like certain frequencies and sounds can actually trigger some anxiety and stuff, so
Oh, yeah, I heard about some things like that. Low frequency sounds can sort of wobble your eyeballs at like this right frequency where you see shit. Yeah. Now, I don't think this is that, but I totally know about that. Come on.
fine.
It's been a while since something happened.
I steal Derek's coffee.
Hey! I was drinking that, damn it. Give me.
Coffee hijinks. Cool. I'm going to say, just because it's convenient, Ollie, you are on a field trip because the professor, he just calls himself a professor, who teaches the HVAC classes, also works the facilities area for ETU, and one of the HVAC units is on the fritz. So you're out there on a call with 4 other classmates.
Yeah.
You guys are outside. I assume, like, how do you dress when you go to your HVAC classes? Do you have any kind of coveralls, or do you just normally wear street clothes? And if you get dirty and greasy, so be it. How's that?
Like one of those. I think one is like mechanic overalls, but stripped. The top is unzipped and just like tied up around the waist, and then just like a dirty t-shirt underneath.
Cool. So you guys come around, and you're currently working on the HVAC unit, and you see your 4 allies, buddies, teammates, friends, whatever, what have you, are heading into our Robert E. Lee Applied Sciences building.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Like, give a little heads-up nod.
I give one back.
Nice. So now you guys, I've very cleverly maneuvered you all where I want. I will
Master DMing.
I'm
Possible.
yes. It's a master class I'm teaching here. Okay, so
Oh, right.
it's all a big excuse for you guys to investigate a mystery, I think.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Which guys? Who is leading the charge? I know Jen had to step away. So, Jessica, are you doing that?
I
I'm
thought Jessica.
totally excited, but I don't really know the electricity building very well.
Oh, that's
I don't
true.
really go there.
So I guess
I'm excitedly, if you leave me in charge, will excitedly run in and outside of all kinds of rooms until we find a ghost.
Cool. I guess Jen, then Tekla's leading the charge here. Why don't you investigate a mystery?
Cool.
I think
Just
I would
gonna-
like nod one of them over, by the way, while they're kind of starting to investigate.
All right. I'm just gonna throw out there that I've got the sight, and this is ghosty.
Mm-hmm. You do indeed.
All right.
And
so
also you have a bonus from your premonition too, right?
Yep.
that is true. Which I need because I get a 7.
Oh, you get a 7 with a bonus?
Yeah.
Lucky you. Cool. You may use either our alternate investigative mystery or the default. Those are listed on the custom moves tab.
Hmm. Well, I get to a whole 1. This is the very start of the mystery, and we're looking for the lab or what have you. So I think where can I learn more about this is the best question.
Well, so you have come to the Applied Sciences building because you wanted to see if anyone is figuring anything that's Tesla coil related is pretty rare. So you wanted to investigate, find who's messing with this kind of stuff. Great question. So you head into the science building, and we'll say that. Ollie, I don't know if you guys caught that, but Ollie gives you guys a nod as you're heading in. We'll say that Tekla is. You'll speak to the professor, like the dean of science.
Sure.
Cool. And we will say that the dean of science, his name is Dr. Vern.
Mhm.
Dr. Vern, first name Vern. He just doesn't like to go by his last name because it's difficult to pronounce.
It's Jules, right? His last name is Jules. Vern Jules.
Vern Jules.
Yes,
Yes,
I
that
thought
is
so too,
exact. That now has to be his name. Thank you, Dr. Vern Jules.
But because it's engineering and applied science, it's Joules. I apologize to everyone. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I have no
Not acceptable.
filters.
Oh dear.
No filter. Paul's the best Paul. Okay. So you're talking to Dr. Jules, and so
That's
Dr. Vern. I messed myself up. I'm the worst. Where can you learn more about this? You speak to Dr. Vern in his office, who whichever of the PCs want to be there are welcome to. And so you broach the subject of what's the pitch? So he welcomes you into his office. He's got a bunch of weird gears and some MC Escher paintings on the wall. He sits down. Mr. Bananaro, it's nice to see you. I'm glad to answer any questions that you have between classes.
I was wondering, I'm thinking about maybe collaborating with an electrical engineering student on mathematical controls for analog style electronic devices, something visual and showy, like a Tesla coil or theremins aren't really mathematically controlled, but they're very piezoelectric, sources. So perhaps instead of mathematical control, you could have a mathematical output. But where could I start looking for students working on something like that? To start, asking and seeing if anybody was amenable. I know that your students might not have that much time, but
Interesting that you bring this up. One of my postgraduate students, Lily Boatwright, is currently working on something a little different from what you're talking about, but she might be amenable to consult with you about this possibility. Here, he goes and he opens up his phone and looks through the contacts. Says, here, I will send her a text. You give me your number and I'll have Lily contact you.
Sure, please. Thank you.
Okay. Good. I'll take some notes. I'll ask around if any of the professors are interested in consulting with you, if they have any assistants or TAs who might have some free time. But Lily's the first name that comes to mind vis-a-vis your conversation. Interesting idea. That who knows? Maybe that's a doctorate thing for you.
Perhaps. Who knows? If it develops that way, that develops that way. And
I hear you are in the math bowl. Very smart lady. It's good. It's good. You should come and take more classes here in applied sciences and engineering, where math happens.
I really enjoy the realms of theoretical math. I know that that's a little difficult to sell to the engineer who wants to deal with something more physical and applicated, or applied.
It's a little difficult, but hey, at least we can speak the same language, right? Applied versus theoretical, it's understandable, but sure. If you want to keep it in your head, that's fine. We just like to do things with our math. That's all. You change your mind, you let me know, because very interested in always having fresh blood.
Thank you.
Fresh blood in the school. We have like the new music drop down for a moment there. To
just a close up of Tekla's face, where it's like, that's not creepy.
Cool. There anything else you would like, Miss Abandonado?
No, actually, I should be moving on and getting off to my next class. But thank you for your time. Stand up, shake hand.
I think while she's still talking, I would have beckoned maybe Derek over. I hand off my tools that I'm working on the HVAC thing. No, up to another student and is this vampire thing?
Well, we have a teacher that goes fresh blood, but probably not. No, he's just an idiot. And also Florence.
I mutter something and then, alright, if you need help, just...
No, my vampire sense is not tingling here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So he's given you a name, texted that person, Lily Boatwright. I'll go ahead and put it in our chat. And I've already added her. Thank you very much. It was an anonymous quagga. I don't even know what that is. Oh, the animals I learn about due to Google spreadsheets. It's so cool. Literally, I've learned 3 or 4 different animals from Google spreadsheet anonymous something animal and looked it up.
That's cute.
It's more sad because it means I don't know much about animals, but that's okay. Cool. So you get that information. Tekla, you shake Dr. Vern's hand and head back out to the crew. You see Derek and Ollie are chatting, and Jessica and Earl. Were you two in the hall, standing close?
I think we're just standing awkwardly together.
Nice. awkwardly together. That's my new cover band. Okay.
Naturally. Naturally. That's all. Okay.
Well, awkwardly.
Yeah, Earl's trying to, you know, do normal kind of chat, which times is a little hit or miss with Jess. But I don't know if he senses that she might be a little preoccupied or whatever.
I think she's also trying to just have normal chat, and then halfway through she just randomly goes like, I do really like your YouTube channel though.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. I mean,
Thank
it's nice. I don't understand why it doesn't have like as many fans as the guy who just makes weird sounds.
It's hard to tell. Well, I'm not trying to monetize it or anything yet. It's more like a portfolio.
Are we
really.
taping for now? Like here?
Once we get to some good stuff, yeah. I didn't want to like barge in on the dean with my my video recorder.
Yeah.
Video camera.
You're the Snoop. You can do that thing.
I know, but I let Tekla have her moment with the creepy dean.
Cool. But if we put it near like one of those electronic machines, won't the camera like overload or something, or get fried?
We'll see. I like if it's a Tesla coil, then we'd have to be pretty close for it to affect the electronics. But that's a good point, and I will be careful. Thank you for bringing it up.
You'll get close, but not too close.
I think so. We'll see what happens.
That's a good motto.
I mean, obviously, there are lots of videos of like Tesla coils. So obviously there must be some way to shoot video of Tesla coils.
From a distance.
Yes. So
okay.
I think we'll figure it out. I think so. Hey, you got any plans? You got any plans for Friday?
Friday?
Friday night? Friday night?
I don't think so. Why?
I don't know. I was just thinking we could get somewhere out of Pine Box and grab some food that isn't Pizza Barn.
There's food that isn't Pizza Barn?
Believe it or not, I hear there's even a Chinese restaurant somewhere not too far.
I thought that was a myth.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing like, I know Houston is like the most diverse food city in the country right now, and we're certainly not Houston, but I think we could find something.
I think we can check out the mythical Chinese shop place.
Yes. Cool. I like it.
Maybe we can get like some haunted fortune cookies or something.
Yeah, of course, because we're us.
Mm-hmm.
The fortune cookies will be evil.
Maybe just misunderstood.
That's possible. That was a very Derek thing to say.
What, like normal Derek or weird Derek?
Oh no, not Surly Derek. The last semester Derek.
Yeah.
The pre-Elvira Queen of the Night Derek.
Oh, hi Derek.
Hello.
So I'm gonna roll with that. I'm sharing a picture in chat with you guys. This is one of your classmates, Ollie. Her name's Sheila Braith, but she goes by Tip. You're not. She's has this killer leather jacket with a bunch of brads and spikes and stuff all over it, and then a green hoodie underneath, and her hair is shaved on the sides, and she has a little bit of a tattoo that would be hidden if she let the hair grow out. So she shaves it so she can show that off. Several piercings, and she grabs you by your t-shirt to pull you back as you're talking to Derek, and says, "Hey, Ollie,
What?
who's that guy?" She's head nodding towards Derek.
Derek.
And then she steps forward. She's got like shit kicker boots on. "Hey, I'm Ollie's friend. What's up, Derek?" And she's got like HATE tattooed on the fingers.
HATE. Okay. That's hate. Hi.
That spells hottie.
Yes. Hello. Can I help you?
I'm Tip. I've seen you around. Like biology, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Into the environment and shit?
Yeah.
Nice.
Can I help you?
Do you want to go out sometime? Get a drink?
Well, that came out of nowhere.
Love is in the air. Every na-na-na-na-na.
I mean, so wait, Tip, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It'll be good to know your name at least. Yeah, sure.
All right. Give me your number. I'll pick you up.
Okay. Where are we going?
Shit, I don't know. I'll figure that out. There's a lull in the conversation, man. So I just jumped in. It'll be fun. It'll be great. You don't have any ink, do you? Do you want some?
You mean tattoos, I suppose.
That's exactly what I mean.
No, I do not.
Okay. She pulls out her little Android phone. So give me your number. 7 o'clock?
Make it 7:30.
While this is going on, I like go over to Tekla and just like elbow her slightly and just like.
Cool. So she takes down your number, and then she shoots you a quick text that says, "This is Tip." It says, "All right, we got our numbers. I'll see you 7:30. I'm gonna head back. We're like tearing down the unit here. It's a bunch of stuff you probably don't care about."
What units?
She steps near you and kind of puts her shoulder. She's like 5.5 feet tall, so she's kind of short. She says, "This unit right here, it cycles all of the air for the entire building. See, and it's a little on the fritz. We're talking about the possibility if we need to
Right. So you're in Ollie's AC thing class.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Cool.
All right. And then she steps away from you and she heads on over to rejoin her class. Tekla, you finished talking to the dean. We had the conversation between Jessica and Earl of the like potential date there. There's a lot of dating going on. It's definitely the Valentine's Day episode.
Mm-hmm.
Ollie, you witnessed that. Tip is not quiet. So, Tekla, what do you do?
Okay, Team Spooky. I'm just waiting on a text back from a post-grad student who is doing something like what I would describe as working with analog electronic devices such as Tesla coils.
Look,
Technical coils.
just so we're clear, if we're going to look for weird stuff around Tesla coils, and you know how to program those things, you're going to make them play the Ghostbusters theme, right?
I mean, it's not that I'm programming the coils. It's that I'm programming the power input and differential that goes to the coils, which makes them.
That's what I said.
Yes. Okay.
I think that's a yes.
If I get control of the boards, yes, I will absolutely do that. Also, Derek, fist bump. That was really funny.
Boop.
So is Team Spooky our name now?
Please no.
Oh, well then we should get a better name.
What?
We should get a better name.
Yes, you can install Tesla coils to the wagon, I'm sure, if you get hold of them.
Tekla coils.
I know. I was like, man, they're similar. I've got a not Freudian slip, and then I totally Freudian slip.
Perfectamundo. Awesome. Let's go ahead and take our first break, 5 to 7 minutes, and we will pick back up a little bit later in the evening. All right?
Sweet.
Cool. See you guys in a few. What's up?
So that was some good break.
Good.
My roommates are watching a YouTube video about making sushi for cats. So
That's special.
charming cooking shameless. I'm sorry?
You pulled an Alex.
Yeah. I just put my headphone on, and the first thing I heard was sushi for cats.
Yep. That
It's
is the thing.
I don't want any more explanation.
yeah, okay.
No, actually, no, go on. Continue with whatever you say.
Oh no, my roommates are watching a YouTube video where some YouTube chef is like making sushi for cats.
Okay.
Or perhaps it's actually a compilation video of him making sushi and his cats messing with him. Who knows?
Cute. My son is very into Good Mythical Morning. That is the show that is like
Yeah, ma'am.
It is in his brain now. He loves that show.
Oh, cute.
It's okay.
Mhm.
Like, I love Rhett and Link. I love the two guys who do the show. I remember when they were doing regular commercials in North Carolina that ended up online and then just kind of fell into this bit of fame. And I think they're personable, but it's let's eat this gross food. And while I like their personalities, I just don't care.
So, Rich, you'll like that because I feel exactly the same way as you do. And like I don't actually watch GMM anymore because it's just too spammy, too much. But they also have like a podcast, and that's I don't know more personal stuff, and you know you get to explore the characters a bit more.
Cool.
And it's called
is it Ear Biscuits? I think.
Ear Biscuits. Yes.
Yeah, we listened to part of one episode, and there was some. Yeah, it's definitely it's got more of their personality. You're absolutely right. I like it.
Me too.
I think they're super creative. I actually like some of the songs they've done. They do joke videos and songs, and they're pretty cool. Yeah. I did enjoy the way that Donovan got me into it was the Munch Madness. I don't know if you saw that series on the Good Mythical Morning. That was clever. They did a thing where in the like the NCAA basketball tournament, except they chose 64 different snacks and bracketed them out based on votes from the audience. And then they would have head-to-head, and they had these little bowls that look like basketballs, but they would put the snacks in, eat the snacks, discuss, and then vote. It was very clever and fun. Unfortunately, sour cream and onion chips did very, very well. I was quite disappointed.
Okay.
Well, my wife's allergic to onions, so you know, I'm against
like,
onions on general.
Context there was like, what? Why is that bad?
It's bad because I was pulling against sour cream and onion because I didn't want onion to be the best snack. My son likes sour cream and onion, so there was a lot of like back and forth. It was
Onions are pretty good, man.
No, I'm not really a fan of onions. No onion anything personally. I remember one time when we first came to Florida, my wife and I ended up at a Mexican restaurant, and I said, "Hey, does this have onions?" Yeah. Okay. Does the chicken is it made with onions? Yeah. I said, okay. All right. Well, my wife's allergic to onions, and the guy says, "Hold up. Why are you here?" Because it was a Mexican restaurant, and you know, everything they had other than their cheese had onions in it. So it was cute. He was like, "Hold up. Why are you here?" It's a Mexican restaurant, buddy. So, onions is a staple of their cooking. There, meaning that specific restaurant. We'll let Paul catch up. Let's go ahead and jump back in. So.
Why am I catching up? I'm here.
Oh, your camera was gone, so I thought maybe you were.
Oh, my camera's back on now, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It has been for a bit. So
Weird. I'm so sorry.
You
I
still
didn't look.
exist. It's okay.
So now that Paul's back and I can see him, we'll jump back in. You were just so quiet, Paul. Were you taking a nap?
read
It's
for
okay.
content, Rich. Read for content.
Oh, God. Ouch. I think he flipped me. Oh, do you guys see? Oh, it's a private message. You can't see what I'm reading here that Paul sent in my way.
No, I don't.
I suddenly realized it would be super creepy if everyone on your hangout would give you the silent treatment because you have no idea of knowing if you're like, is my mic broken? Guys?
Oh, I have to remember that for April Fools. Oh, wait, it's already passed. We'll have to wait a whole 300 some days. We're going to skip to evening. And the first thing that we'll pick up with is at 7:25, you get a text, Derek, from Tip.
Probably to cancel.
Where are you? It's a text, so you can't really tell tone. It just says, "Where are you?"
Yeah, and I'm just outside my dorm.
And then you get back. Which dorm? And if you tell her, then she's gonna.
I do.
Awesome. You hear whoop, 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 and you see a nice looking Harley bike pull up, and it's shiny and chrome.
I frown my nose a little bit.
And she pulls up. She's got the same big boots and her well-worn faded jeans and her big black leather jacket. And she pulls up by you and says, "Hop on. You can have the helmet." She takes off her helmet. It's a red helmet. It's kind of.
Don't you need one too?
I do. But if somebody's going to get their brains splattered all over the road, I'd rather it be me. I'm courteous and shit. Here you go. She tosses the helmet towards you like she's tossing a basketball.
I look really confused and like okay, well, whatever.
Nice. So she says, "Hey, we don't have like seatbelts or anything, so you'll have to hold on to my side."
Yeah, that's fine.
You ever ridden a motorcycle before?
No, I ride a bicycle.
Cool. That's good for the environment. She kicks the kickstand and whoa, 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 you guys take off.
Well, and like while the engine starts running, you probably hear like a muffled, "Yeah, my Harleys are not."
Nice. So we'll cut away from Derek as he rides off of campus, and we'll pick up with Ollie. So it's 7:30 or so at night. Where is Ollie on campus? That must be a good YouTube video.
Yeah.
That cat sushi is hilarious, guys.
I think maybe a little progression on the awkward dating of Toby. We gave him a name.
We did give Toby a name.
Yeah.
It's always been Toby.
It's always been
The mathlete.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. So let's see. Progression with Toby is progression. You guys are sharing a meal at the cafeteria. Is progression you're at the library and studying together, but sitting kind of close, or something else?
Ooh, the garage of that workspace that I'm using on my special car project. I think he's doing some studying. I'm doing some mechanical stuff, and we're keeping each other company.
Nice. Cool. just so I remember, like you have a smartphone, right? I imagine that Ollie has. I know he has a phone, but
Yeah, but so,
cool.
Yeah, we've been doing all the group chat stuff. So
You hear the boom of a new email incoming.
I noticeably ignore it.
Nice. Cool. And then we'll cut away from you to Tekla and Jessica. The two of you are in your dorm room. 7:30. Are you like? Do you have some food? Are you eating? What are you doing?
I'm
Is
eating
Earl
noodles.
here? Is Earl here with you in your room? It's okay if you say no.
He's allowed to be in the room.
Up to a certain point, yes.
I'm probably Googling like any ghost and electronic sort of stuff that might be going on, which is actually a role now that I think about it.
It is a roll. Why don't you go ahead and make that roll?
And like loudly updating everyone and anything that I find. I might be like reading off, some web pages out loud. Because I'm social like that.
Sorry, you're serious.
Oh, that's a 5 + 3. That's an 8. Yay!
Nice. On an 8, you hold 1. You may ask a question from Investigate a Mystery or our alternate Investigate a Mystery.
Ooh. Which we don't actually know very much yet, of course. How about where can I learn more about this?
You guys had already hit that one.
Yeah.
And it was from Lily Boatwright.
Mm-hmm.
So where can you learn more about this?
I can also pick a different one. That's also fine.
Yeah, might be.
Maybe who else is caught up in this?
Who else is caught up in this? That is awesome. So,
how open has Tekla been, by the way? I mean, I don't think Ollie's...
She heard a rumor. She's going like, I heard a rumor. Beep, beep, heard a rumor.
Yeah.
Say you've got a broken heart. That's about all she said, right?
It's true. Is Earl there?
Yes, I think Earl is there.
Okay.
For the most part, he's actually studying. He has to put together a production plan, a mock production plan for a TV series for one of his classes.
Oh,
so
well,
that's
then is Inez there too? Inez Garza?
No, I think Earl, this is like study. Not.
Okay.
I don't think it's like part of. It's not practical stuff. This is stuff.
Okay. Cool. So yes, Earl is there. I'm imagining Jessica is doing her laptop research at her desk that's underneath the bed. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
And I'm just on my own bunk. Probably I have some kind of semi-casual pasta dish that I just made myself here in the dorm.
Okay.
So cool. the room smells, like pasta and some fresh herbs and butter.
Delicious.
Yep.
And onions.
Yes, and onions, because it's Italian, and that's a staple of their food as well. Your phone rings, Tekla, as she's doing her research. And you had another question, Jules, so let's not forget it, but go ahead and we can circle back to that in just a sec. Cool. Your phone rings, and it's an unknown number, but local area code.
Cool. I answered. I'm like, click, hello?
Hello. This is abandoned.
Abandonado.
My name is Lily.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Lily. This is Tekla. Thanks for following up.
What is it that you wanted? The text was very brief.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how much Professor Verne told you or not. I'm looking for an electrical engineering student to collaborate with on programmatical analog controls for differing but kind of, visual electric devices.
That's very interesting. Why don't you come to the engineering building? I'm there now. Maybe we can work together.
Okay, sure. That sounds pretty interesting. I'm actually in the middle of dinner right now, so I'm going to need to finish that up first. Otherwise, I get hangry. But I'll see you in half an hour?
That will be fine.
Okay.
I will still be here.
All right. Well, midnight oil. Nice. Or 8 p.m. oil.
Click. Which it's a cell phone, so it doesn't actually click. It just kind of goes dead.
I drop my cell phone onto my bed surface. Welp, I just got my invitation.
How did she sound?
Spooky.
Did she sound like spooky weird or spooky murdery?
Just weird.
Oh, that's good.
No specific come alone. Don't bring a gun. Rub this salt on your body first. Nothing like that.
Okay, that's good. But you should probably have backup if you go there, though, in case they're secret murdery.
Yeah, it's true. Because we haven't really met any people that are overtly murdery until they start murdering.
Yeah, I guess.
I just like the stinger on that until they start murdering this. That's good. Did you find another question that you wanted to ask?
I was looking at who else is caught up in this.
Yes, you had asked that question. I'm sorry. So who else is caught up in this? So it appears that Tekla Abandonado is caught up in this.
Oh, yeah.
And you also see that there is an email from Amid that is forwarded to you.
By who?
By Amid. It's from Amid, but have you ever sent an email to someone and then you forward that email you sent to someone to someone else?
Yeah. What does it say?
It's timestamped as just a minute or two ago. And the email says, "Can you please ask Ollie to go to the engineering building? Amid."
Okay. That's creepy.
What's creepy?
Ollie's former ex ceased to be boyfriend is mailing me. And he wants Ollie to come to the engineering building.
I lean way over the bed. He's what?
Emailing.
Show me.
Sort of holds up the laptop.
Awesome. The laptop, you see an email that says, "Hey, I have some money. I'm here in Zimbabwe. I need you to send me this money so that I can forward that money on back to you." And it's some kind of money laundering Zimbabwe email.
Huh. Now, do I see that because I have the site?
Oh, well, actually, no. Sorry, forgot about the site. You totally see that email.
Ah. Whew. Yeah, that put a chill in my spine. Wow. So I guess I should I'll finish dinner walking and go ahead and be there before Ollie and don't tell Ollie.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Hey, Rich, I'm also going to take a look at the email.
It's a Zimbabwe email. It's a total scam email. You don't know what the hell they're talking about. Thank you. You get to pull the trigger on my dumb thing that I screwed up because
I actually say, this is one of those Nigerian scam emails, but it says it's some former government official of Zimbabwe. Then the whole money
What?
transfer thing.
Did I read it wrong? No, it says it's from Hamid. See, it was sent to Ali before.
Oh, wow.
You read that too, Declan, right?
Yeah.
No, really, seriously, this is what I see. Most esteemed friend, I have recently been deposed as the Treasury Minister of Zimbabwe.
Man, that's not what it says.
Stop. I believe you that that's what you're reading, but we read something else.
Weird.
How does that work? Maybe we're already in the machine.
That's a philosophical question that we're not going to answer tonight.
I didn't take either of the pills. I'm just telling you that.
Good. I think that this has to do with the intent of the message, which is that it get to Jessica and not Earl.
Right. And to be honest, Earl is done pushing on what he actually saw because he was the one that kind of unlocked for Ollie that Amit is actually living in the network now. So
right.
So is cool.
He's cool with that. So
yeah.
And I like climb down out of the bed and then like reach up and grab my dinner and like scarf down the last few bites. So who wants to be my backup?
Wait, so yes, all of us? No, I'll go get Amit and then you can be the backup and then we'll all meet each other at the electrical building?
How are you gonna get Amit?
Oh, I mean Ollie, sorry.
Okay, cool. Be gentle with Ollie and try to keep him from getting away from you.
Okay. Yes.
Good.
Awesome. So you guys come up, we break, and Team Spooky goes out to their different directions. We pick up at the drive-thru at the Pine Box KFC, and a nice Harley pulls up, and Tit gets the bucket of chicken, and she hands it. Oh, you're gonna have to. Can you hold this? We're going out to the lake, Greystone.
Okay.
Cool. And then she'll pull out onto the road, and not far away is Lake Greystone, which does have a couple of picnic tables. The picnic tables are faded, like the red paint has faded and flaked. The lake itself has a light fog over it that makes it look almost like ghostly. There's a weeping willow tree with branches that hang over with some of the leaves that hang down like bodies. And she pulls up in the little parking lot, throws her leg off, and grabs the bucket.
Wow, this place is actually really beautiful.
Cool. I thought you'd like it.
Yeah, I do. You come here often?
No. No, not in a long time.
Doesn't look like doesn't look like a lot of people do.
She takes the KFC and she heads over and puts it down on the picnic table and then sits on the top of the table with her feet on the seat, on the bench part She's facing the lake. There's a bag with some napkins, right? And she pulls out a drum stick and starts chewing on it. Just kind of assuming you'll follow. What do you do?
I mean, Derek is like, well, I mean, I'm normally a vegetarian, but like, if I don't eat it, then it will just be thrown out, which is worse. And he grabs a drumstick and he sort of starts eating from it. He's like, you know, he's not enjoying it particularly, but not complaining either.
You don't like the 11 herbs and spices, man? It's biscuits. There's a biscuit in there. You want a biscuit?
Actually, yes, that would be nice.
She digs in. She pulls out a biscuit and hands it to you. I should have asked if you were into chicken. You just seem like you'd be a person who liked chicken.
Not particularly, but it's fine.
Cool. So, biology.
Yep.
You're gonna like work in sciences or environmental science or teach?
Probably do something in environmental science, yeah. At least that's what I used to want to do.
Used to? What changed?
Well, I don't know if at the moment I'm not sure about a lot of things.
Like what?
Life. Life is weird.
It is. It's pretty messed up, really. Well, it's the only one you get, so what are you going to do?
Yeah, I know. I'm guessing I'm just, you know, looking through my options. Probably sticking with it. Environmental science, I mean, in whatever capacity I can do anything with it. What about you?
Well, you know, I've gone through some weird shit lately, too. I lose time sometimes. It's weird.
You lose time.
Yeah, I mean, like I'll just wake up weird places. I don't know if I'm like narcoleptic or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's I think that he's probably gonna make a joke along the lines of like, "You're not a werewolf, right?" But then also like sort of cringe at himself of making like, "Oh my god, I've been hanging out with those people for too long."
Cool. And she looks at you for a second and she laughs like no. That's fucked up, man. There's no such thing as that stuff.
Yeah, I have some nerdy friends. Sorry.
Cool. And then we'll cut away from you guys, like the camera kind of pulls back and we see the lake and we see the full moon. As we come back to you guys as you're headed off to the engineering building, I think, Jessica, you were going to try to find Ollie.
Yep.
Ollie, you were ignoring your emails.
Yeah.
Ignore a text or a phone call too?
No, I would answer that because I've not received anything like that from Hamid, so I'm not wary of those.
Okay.
Or not received any of those yet. So.
I will indeed text Ollie and try to find him. I don't think I know where he hangs out that much detail. Or I'll just call him actually. Ha! It's urgent. That's when you call.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Sweet. So I think Toby just before the phone call happens.
Yeah.
You're still working on the car, right? You're working
Yeah,
on-
I'm just like kind of a little bit of chatter, you know.
He gets up, like he puts his laptop, he closes little Chromebook there, and he gets up and he comes over as you're working on. Here, do you want me to hold that carburetor? He reaches in, touches your hand. There's like a moment where he like touches your hand, and you guys are bonding.
Yeah.
There's a moment together right there.
There's
And that's when
definitely
you're-
a pause before I do anything else. Just a quiet moment there.
phone rings.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you pass me that? And I say, like, wiping off some oil from my hands.
Koi grabs his free hand that's not greasy-fied and hands over the phone. You see it's Jessica.
Jess.
Hey, where are you?
I glance towards Tobin. Kind of busy.
We're working on a project, like, you know, with a team.
Project?
Yes, we need you.
Urgently?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay. This is, I kind of like lean away a bit and like speak a bit lower, like, you know. Just like knives, gun. What level of need?
More like your general intimidating presence.
Okay, knife. Okay.
I'll wait for you at the coffee shop.
All right. Yeah. Give me 5 minutes.
Okay.
I kind of gotta go. Toby now.
Yeah, no, that's cool. And he is finished wiping off his hand, and he grabs up his Chromebook. I was pretty much done here. It's cool.
But I mean, I've still got a bit to go on the car. So I mean, if you wanted to, you know, help with that a bit more, like tomorrow or something. You know, if you're not busy.
Yeah. No, I'd like that. Let's do that. I get out of class at 3:30. Just shoot me a text and I'll meet you over here.
Yeah. I gotta go now. But yeah.
Okay.
I kind of, yeah.
Sweet. And so you walk out of the garage, and we come up and we see the security camera as it pans over and it zooms in on you a little bit. Little red light. The security camera blinking. Pick up with Earl, Jessica, and Tekla. Tekla, you've now finished eating. You're eating on the run, right? And you come up to the engineering building. It is dark, and it looks very different to your eyes, Tekla. You see it seems to be glowing this pale blue, and you see spirits kind of materialize maybe 30 or 40 feet from the shell or the exterior of the building,
Right.
and fly into it. It's almost like something's drawing them towards this place.
And I'm like glancing sideways at my friends and looking back up, and they
do not. So a couple lights are on, dark. There is, say, up on the third floor, there are lights to one of the classrooms that are still on. Could be some students or a professor finishing up notes, but you guys don't see anything spooky at all. Just Tekla giving you, do you see this crazy shit? Eyes.
and like really hesitating.
She doesn't want to go into the engineering building. What do you do?
So I break off my thoughts of trying to actually create like a documentary special about like playing along with the Nigerian scam email and seeing what would happen. And when she gives us the side eye like that, I'm like, oh, everything okay, Tekla?
I guess you don't see any of this.
Just a building.
Nothing like right there? Nothing?
Nope. Jess? I mean, you
What?
could see the email.
I don't see anything right. No, what are you seeing?
Let's just go inside and see what we find.
That's not fair. We get to be intimidated too.
It looks like glowing blue light and swarms of spirits getting sucked periodically into the building.
Wow.
Like
Okay,
the building is a ghost attractor of some kind. That's what I said.
That is
Okay,
not.
Jessica.
Wait, no. Go ahead.
Okay, Jessica said you wanted me to intimidate somebody.
Well, that's right, because, yeah, we just walked past the Java the Hutt.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I just didn't want you to leave me and behind and go yourself. I got an email from Hamid.
What?
I got an email from Hamid, and he asked me
And you
to...
didn't bring this up on the phone?
Well, I thought that you might, like, run off or do something rash or not take us with you, and we're your friends, and we can help you.
Okay, is this to do with the Tesla coil stuff earlier?
Well, he asked that you come to the electronics building.
Asked you?
No, he asked me to ask you to come to the electronics building.
Okay. Lead the way. Let's go if we're going.
Okay.
All right, so if nothing else, Earl will saunter up to the front door of the building.
Cool.
And open it.
The front door of the building is open. It's not locked, not as in it's ajar. Open up, pair of double doors. Open up, head inside, and there are interior lights are on. It's only 8 o'clock at night, but there are no people in the halls. This is applied. It's barely nighttime. Like the sun's just gone down. It's like not the witching hour, midnight. It's nothing. This is the perfect time for everything to be completely safe. Long hallway, classrooms to the left and right. In fact, if you guys take a look, the layout for classrooms, you head down on the Maps tab. That is the general layout for each of the floors. So when you first come in, you see a long hallway. There are kind of conference rooms and smaller classrooms to the left-hand side, and then lecture halls are all located in the central part of the building. So you guys able to see that? See the bathrooms are on the far right. Everybody catching that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is deeply important to me to know where the bathrooms are.
Well, you know, they exist.
Moaning Myrtle might be in there.
Oh my goodness.
Information from her.
Note to self. Moaning Myrtle reference. Cool. So, and of course, there are stairs up to the second and third story. It's a 3-story building. As you guys head down this hallway, Tekla, you see more and more spirits coming in and then just passing up through the ceiling. It's like, well, perhaps you do have this reference because you recently went to Disney World. Did you go to the Haunted Mansion?
I've been to the Haunted Mansion before.
Kick ass. Do
Yeah.
you remember the point where there's like a bunch of spirits that just kind of flow in and up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like
that's what you see. It's like somebody turned on the Hoover vacuum for ghosties and are just drawing it upwards. But you guys head down the hallway. We kind of switch back to mundane vision, and as you are walking down the hall, you're on the left-hand wall. There's the left-hand side, the left hallway. Walking down the wall. Sorry about that. I meant hall. The third conference room on your left, the door shuts very quickly. And what do you do?
Seeing all of these ghosts has put a little bit of haste in my step. So the door shutting like that startles me. What room number is it?
Oh, room is 113.
What room am I meeting our grad student at?
Oh, she asked to meet you in room 213.
Cool. I'm gonna hustle over to 113 and like pause for a minute and like grab a personal compact and like peek.
Cool.
Crosswise through the glass.
Awesome. When you look inside through your mirror, you see that standing in the room, just waiting, is this apparition. Like you can see through them. They're translucent. The right word? Transparent.
Yeah. Translucent.
They're translucent. They're like a white, an off-white suit. That they're wearing, except that you see that the lower half of their body, like where the tie be at the midpoint, there's this huge gaping wound. And there's like gore and ichor and entrails that are just hanging out. And he's waiting.
Like snap the compact shut and look back at Earl and I'm like, just nope facing.
Yeah, I give you the like. Actually, I do it. I said I read you 5 by 5.
What does that mean?
Just go.
Okay. I hustle underneath the glass. I'm like,
oh, you're just kind of trying to ignore that room and keep going then?
Yep.
Sweet.
I'm noping.
He's a big nope face.
Big nope.
Cool. The stairs are actually... I just realized that there's no stairs on this schematic. It's like a one-level thing. How dumb. Classrooms that are only one story makes no sense whatsoever. So I am going to do a dramatic edit, and where it's located in the interior. So if you can see those two very large red rooms in the center there, there's one that looks like benches on left and right, and one with what looks like 3 sets of benches. One of those two, those we'll call those elevators. Red room. We'll call those the elevators. So you head down past 113, hang a right, and you can come up to the elevators. When you press the button for the elevators, you hear the ding, and the doors open up, and you see that there are 3 people in the elevator. They all look like students.
Mm-hmm.
You don't recognize any of them. And you see the the outline of ghosts on top of them, riding them. Tekla. Earl, there are 3 students. Ollie, Jessica, 3 students. And when the doors open up, they all look at you. Hey.
Hey. Hey.
They don't come out of the elevator.
I'm gonna start some shit. Do I have Delagarce's cross right now?
You do.
I'm gonna touch one of them with it.
Nice. So, do you want to make sure we're all cool with this? The Delagarce's cross is made for demons.
Yep.
These
are ghosts.
So you touch. Do you guys see Tekla run forward and touch one of them with a pendant, and he looks at you? Well, there's no reaction.
I looked at Jessica and should we be fighting them?
I sort of try to give the facial expression that says, "Let's not stab them just yet."
Yeah, I'm just.
How does that facial expression go?
I think I saw it.
I've seen it enough times, so I've learned it.
Yeah.
There's a specific, very cultivated look.
That's usually on Tuesdays when they meet for breakfast before class.
Yeah, don't stab anyone just yet.
Just yet.
Do you guys step onto the elevator?
You leave me here by myself.
Tekla's already in.
One of them moves over and holds the door open.
I step on and just
yeah.
She's really religious.
I am, actually. I just love Jesus so much. Have you heard the good word of the Lord? Intense green eye stare.
What is Jessica and Earl? What are the 2 of you doing?
Getting onto the elevator, but I don't want to touch any of these people because they might be creepy, so I'm sort of shuffling.
I'm getting on the elevator and playing along with Tekla.
Yeah, I kind of move to the back of the elevator, so I'm behind them, and then just got a hand very no spleen near where I have my knife ready.
Okay.
And by playing along with Tekla, I went to a different kind of church, and so my hands are in the air. I'm like, "Preach, sister, preach."
Nice. So Tekla, they
Dying
don't.
Inside.
Yeah, they these 3 they look at each other and they say, "Are you getting on or are you staying here?"
We're all on.
Oh, so Tekla did get on. I thought Tekla was standing outside the. Okay, cool. Yeah.
No.
So they let the doors close, and we'll say that the guy who was talking to you before, he says, "Second floor or third?"
Second, please.
It's the 2. We hear "Girl from Ipanema" play as it slowly rises up.
And I just grab whoever's closest to me, any volunteers collar. And I'm like, they're obsessed.
I think that's probably Earl because he was backing up your
Preach, sister.
evangelical play.
Yep.
So that's probably Earl.
Sweet. We cut away from that as we hear the ding of the elevator. So then we immediately cut back to Tip. We see her throwing down a eaten clean chicken breast that is beside 3 other chicken thigh, drumstick, This girl is eating some chicken. And she wipes her fingers with one of the included napkins. And did you have more than one biscuit? Did you have any of the mashed potatoes?
I finished the one leg that I got, and then I had some mashed potatoes and I had some biscuits.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Mental note. KFC, not a hit. I just figured everybody goes to Pizza Barn, you know?
Yeah. Oh, you mean like you wanted to do something else?
For like our next time, our next date.
Oh. Yeah, they have vegetarian pizza.
Wow, you ate meat for me? That's kind of sweet and weird. You could have just said no.
Well, it's gonna get thrown out if no one eats it. I mean, chicken's dead already. It's better if no one, like, there's basically, like, if we throw it in the trash here, it's already been bought. It's not making any difference anymore.
Right. Okay, cool.
And that's just wasteful.
So do you want to hook up?
Wow, you are very direct.
Is that a problem?
Um,
She slips out of her jacket, kind of drops it on the bench.
I mean, I hardly know you. So far, I pretty much know that you're in Ollie's class and you like chicken.
You're taking notes.
And that you have sleep apnea or something.
I'm going to go swimming. She kicks off her boots, shucks off her jeans, starts to head towards the lake. What do you do?
Like I think he's initially just looking stunned, and then as she dives into the water, he sort of walks over to the side of the lake and just goes like, "What the fuck?" And then goes like, why not? You see him like reluctantly just start taking off his shirt.
So as you followed her over, there's one thing that you pick up that, of course, the camera does as well. On her left, the back of her left thigh, there is about the size of a fist, a pair of scars, and then just kind of like it's like someone scooped out a hunk of her flesh. The scars have little, like, marks like teeth, actually, one might surmise.
Yeah.
She dives into the water. She's wearing it's like a wife beater shirt and underwear. She dives into the water, and you say, "What the heck?" and follow her in.
Yep.
Awesome. Cool. So you dive in after her, and I just saw Paul's comment.
Yeah,
it makes me think of an episode of Middleman. He totally did that to me, and that's great and funny. A were trout. Oh goodness, I'm sorry. I need a moment. So she doesn't have a whole lot of hair, but it's wet, and she kind of swims near you, and she's so. You seem skittish. What do you need to know about me?
Where are you from?
She smiles. I try to hide the accent, but I'm from Oklahoma. You probably never heard of the town.
Probably
It's
not.
tiny.
I'm a local kid.
You're local. right? Yeah.
Hmm.
I like Texas accents. Way better than Oklahoma accents.
Yeah. I hear it all the time anyway, so. So what brought you to Texas?
I came here following a guy. Stupid, right?
I mean, I don't know. Was he not a nice guy?
No, but it took me a bit to figure it out. He's gone, though.
Gone. The way you said that, I don't know. Seems like there's more to it.
She smiles and then she splashes you. And then she dives under the water, like kind of dips down under the water. What do you do?
Oh no, I'm just I'm just staying at the service.
Cool. You feel a tug at your ankle.
I'm probably like jiggling my foot a bit, like ah.
You feel another tug at your ankle, a little harder. What do you do?
Like, just like, hey, stop it, stop it. I'm probably just like thinking that she's playing a stupid game.
It's murky. It's very dark. There's a little bit of fog that kind of rolls over. And you see the water starts to churn a little bit. And you feel another hand at your ankle and the two hands pulling for a moment. And the hands start to slip down towards just the ball of your foot and then towards your toes. And then let go.
I'm so like, shit. And then I dive in.
Awesome. So we cut back to the elevator ding and the doors open up. And you see standing in the hallway is Joey Gilbert, the Pine Box local that Derek is surprised to finding me attending East Texas at all, as well as, oh shoot, hold on. There was one other person I got to find their name. Billy Tilson, the senior quarterback.
Wow.
Yeah, along with a couple other people, all standing in the hallway.
What's up, guys?
They all have ghosts on them, Tekla. Billy says, hey, you guys come this way. And he turns and he starts to walk down the hall. What do you do?
I look at Tekla.
Stay close to each other.
Yeah. We've actually got an appointment at 2:13. So, I mean, if we're going the same way, we're going the same way. But otherwise, no.
Billy stops, turns back. We're going to 213. I'll take you.
Warm feelings. I'm happy about this.
And as you guys step in out of the elevator, of course they held it open for you. The three people were in the elevator, step out of the elevator behind you. It's like a little processional, like an honor guard, like you are welcomed guests.
I think I'm almost kind of like walking backwards at the back of our little group, kind of, keeping an eye on guys following us as well.
Okay.
Do we have reception here?
You do
This the
not.
right way? Oh.
You have no cell phone reception whatsoever.
Shit. Okay.
You have no bars.
Well, now we know it's really ominous.
Yeah, when you don't have internet, you're doomed.
So
I think
at this moment, as we're walking along, Earl is trying to do his best job of pretending that he's not mostly looking out for Jessica, while mostly looking out for Jessica, if that makes sense.
It makes total sense. That's cute.
Because he doesn't want to come across as that guy, but when you've been raised by the father that he has in a family the size of his, at some level he's that guy, you know. This is a fine line that he walks.
Understood.
As we walk in the processional, I'm going to try to tune in to what's happening.
Oh, that is wise.
Hey, cool. So that's an 11.
Sweet. Now, who are you trying to tune into? You'll probably get the same. I'm just trying to get an idea. Is it Billy, Joey, someone else that was on the elevator with you? Who do you feel like?
I mean, it's not really who that I want to tune into. It's more of a what. I want to tune into the phenomenon that's going on in the building.
Okay.
A bit more than just individual people.
Sure. And the questions, they're fine with general phenomenon. I think they apply. Yeah. So that's cool with me. What'd you get?
Let's see. I get to hold 3.
Nice.
So, what's it planning to do right now?
Oh, they're going to get you possessed. That's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
sorry,
broader,
no occupancies, no vacancies.
Turns out there are more ghosts than there are students at East Texas University. But that's okay. They'll work out some kind of queuing system.
What? Okay. All right, and then let's see.
Cool. You guys are heading down the hallway. Everybody trying to look casual, but keeping your eyes sharp and alert. You've passed with the 3 people in the elevator, the 4 in the hallway. There are a few more that are milling about in the hallway that all stop and watch you as you head to room 213.
I'm getting the feeling this is a bad situation.
You could read a bad situation if you wish.
Oh, good idea. I will try that. Go. An 8 plus an 8.
An 8. Oh, you get 1 question. Please don't ask what my best way in is, because I'll just say the door to 213.
I was actually thinking out.
Sweet. Your best way out?
Yeah.
Is try to bust through, make a run for it for the stairs, and just run like hell.
I'm like, get close to the rest of the group. Just like, say the word. I'll make a gap for us to run.
And I like nod at him, and I'm clearly working on some kind of problem inside of my head. Spending a second hold to ask, what can I do to get its attention?
Oh, you have its attention?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you absolutely have its attention.
All right. If that's not a good question,
I don't think it's great. You can get another.
Who does it regard as the biggest threat?
You.
Cool.
Absolutely you.
Cool. That's always a good feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jessica has whipped out her smartphone, and she's seen that she has no bars. But then she's like, I can try anyway. And she types a quick email reply to the Amit email saying, can you help us?
Ah, nice. Nice. You get a reply.
Okay.
From Amit that says, I'm waiting in 213.
That doesn't sound good.
Please bring Ollie. Amit.
You guys, I have a bad feeling about this.
It's bad.
Really?
The door to 213 opens up, and you can hear a low hum. There's a lot of light that's kind of spilling out from this room, coming into the hallway. Billy Tilson says, "Right in there."
Thanks, Billy. I'm gonna play along.
Nice.
And try to approach. You know, I put this look of odd respect on my face.
Cool. As you walk past, Billy reaches out and grabs your arm, Tekla, and starts to pull you towards 213.
Okay, sure.
Awesome.
I'll hop to.
Awesome. You're pulled into the room. You see the Tesla coils from your dream in an archway, this weird grayish doorway, and you can see faces, hundreds of faces just waiting. And there's a redhead. I've got a pick to drop for you guys, but you may have already seen it in the NPC thing. Redheaded girl, senior, she's in her 20s, but she's being ridden as well. Tekla. The rest of you come in, and Ollie, you see Amid. You see him in that doorway. He's reaching out. What do you do, Ollie?
Did everyone else just like walk through him to go into the room?
So if you take a look at the map, I'm not clear. Take a look at the map. One of the conference rooms with a long table, the table's been flipped over, and about 2/3 of the way in the room is a pair of Tesla coils that are that doorway. You mean, yeah, and sorry, wrong doorway. So the archway is you can see him through the archway as you come into room 213, and there's the woman that is Lily Boatwright, and you see him. He's reaching. You can't hear him. He's trying to talk, but he's reaching for you, and he looks like so excited and happy to see you.
I think I kind of freeze for a sec and then just meet and start approaching. Like, is anyone in my way? I should go shun to
no, all of the other guys get out of your way. I don't know about Earl or.
Yeah, I'm going forward to kind of reach for his hand.
I am following close behind, but I'm also, and this is something like where the camera would have to focus closely, I hope, to see it. I'm wearing like one of those Warzone photojournalist kind of jackets that has a lot of pockets. And in one of those pockets is a small Nalgene water bottle. And I am unscrewing the top because, electricity.
Nice.
So
nice.
I'm just getting prepared to fuck shit up if shit needs to be fucked up.
Yep. So Ollie's gonna reach for a mirror. I'm gonna get in the way.
Nice. So Ollie moves forward. Tekla, you step in his way to try to block him. And
I actually try to grab Amid's hand first.
Oh, shit. Cool. So you reach forward for Amid's hand. We cut away from you, and we see the lake again, and we see that you, wow, Derek, you dove in after, right?
Yes, I dove in. Well, like shit, and then.
Cool. You dive in, and somehow
you're reaching in the murkiness, and
yeah, you're reaching through in the murkiness. You're able to grab onto Tip's hand, and you get tugged as well. And you can see their bubbles trailing up, and she's looking at you through the murky night, eyes filled with fear. And we end today's session.
Blip.
Cool.
The look on Jules's face is perfect. Speaking of trout.
Okay.
Jeez.
All right.
Evil points to end on.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do our traditional end of session stuff here. Did we conclude the current mystery?
Nope.
Nope.
Did you save someone from certain death or worse?
Not
Nope.
yet.
Not yet.
Did you learn something new and important about the world?
Yup.
Did you learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Probably.
What?
You guys have never had perfectly clear confirmation that Tekla sees things you don't.
Yeah, that is.
Except that, yes. Except when other people also see them.
Yeah.
Except when other people also see them,
Yeah.
which is definitely the opposite of confirmation of Tekla seeing things other people
Results
don't.
are unclear.
Shake the ball again.
Yeah.
Again later.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Cool. All right. So that'll be a yes. It looks like we have one yes. So that is one experience for all of the team.
You're
Cool. Let us go ahead and jump into Roses and Thorns. Is everybody good? Anybody need to do a quick 2-minute bio before we do Roses and Thorns?
No.
All good.
Did Paul want to be in the middle of the Roses and Thorns this time?
Should be in
Thank you.
What spot 1 through 5 would you like, Paul?
I'll take
ascending
what I
order.
get, man.
You take what you get. Hold on. I'm
Yep.
going to roll a D. I'm going to roll
Five.
a D5. A D5. Which I can do in Google. Get a 1, bro. So we
Damn it.
start with thorns. Thorns are, as you guys all know, but I like to say it, things that didn't go quite as well, rules confusions or complications, something that maybe you'd like to see a little differently, things that just out and out sucked. This is a craft as well as a hobby, so any feedback that you give, I will be open to and respectfully take it. I appreciate your thorns. So, Paul, what thorns did you have from today's session?
Because you had a map, you got a little obsessed with the map, and I think you
Fair.
spent time dealing with the map that didn't need to be spent. My only other thorn is that it looks like I'm not going to be able to play next week, and so I'm not going to be physically present to see the end of this unless
I should have. If I remembered that. Actually, can we dramatically edit that one of the ghosts jumps into you, Earl? Are we okay with that?
Yes. So you can just don't do it. Don't.
Could it be like Jessica
Don't-
suddenly hands a hand on her shoulder, stopping her from interceding on what's happening, and it's like Earl, and there's the superimposed.
I can.
Yeah.
I can insert it into
Yeah.
the session.
No, just don't retcon it. Just make it happen at the beginning of the next session.
Cool. Thank you. Any other thorns?
No, except for Earl has a thorn, but that's a whole different thing.
Cool. Well, since this whole Space Invaders thing is next, Jules, what thorns did you have?
Space Invaders. I don't. Let me think of a word. Let's give it. Skip me.
Okay, because you'll come up with the ultimate thorn if you have time.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
You'll hit your limit break and explode with thorniness. Jen, what thorns did you have?
It's not super important because we still got great content out of the session. I had a couple of things in mind that I didn't get to do this session, and it's okay that there wasn't room for them.
Well, if you want to share those with me, I can make sure that we carve out time and queue it up in the next session.
Sure, I'll follow up with you on that.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool.
If you want to have some kind of cool vampiric powers, I'm sure we'll reveal that in the last 5 minutes of the next session, like we tend to do. Anything else, Jen?
No, I think this was a good session, and I'm going to save more comments for my roses. Cause...
All right, Jan, what thorns did you have, sir?
I just at the start of the game, we first started with the dates, the respective dates for the ladies, and then we went straight from that to the ladies together. And then I was like, it's been a while since we've seen something from the guys. But it wasn't a huge deal. But it was like we had a bit of downtime at the start. The guys.
I agree. I felt that, and I tried to course correct, but you're right.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a huge deal, but I did notice it. Like, well, if you have both of them, to start with both of them, and then go straight to both of them again.
Yep, that is absolutely fair. Thank you, Jan. Anything else?
Oh, that's it.
Alex, what thorns did you have?
I was kind of hoping that our adventures were going to be documented as they were happening. You know, a little camera on shoulder, a little bit of narration occasionally.
Yeah, I think that's a fair thorn. I'd like to see more Snoop.
Mm-hmm.
I will play it up more.
Cool, because I know you. And the moments you've given to us, those flashes have been really enjoyable and interesting. I tried to cue it up with inserting Inez because I figured that like you guys are going to get swallowed up into something pretty soon. But I understand, like from Inez would have been a little bit of a square peg in a round hole situation there. But yeah, let's lean into it because I think the Snoop stuff, your powers are only going to activate if you do.
Yep. I will make it more narratively obvious.
Cool.
And interesting.
I assumed you were just a little tired and kind of hanging back, so I tried not to push the issue, but I do wanted to say that I miss it. Cool. Other thorns, I don't know if this is a thorn as much as a poll the audience, poll you guys, my group. Wow, my group? Holy crap, such a trad statement. My friends.
My trad statement.
My friends, right? My group, my game, blah, blah, blah. Our game. My friends. Did the leading off with everybody doing the exams, did that work? Or was that a big time suck that wasn't super interesting?
Well, that was going to be my thorn. Well, we've skipped a few exams, so that's actually fine. But if we're supposed to do an exam every time we level, right? Which we do quite frequently. So maybe that
would be too much, I think.
Like we've been self-regulating our exams already. So that's fine.
Yeah, I think I haven't documented it, but I'm really thinking like you get 2 exams per semester. And so I've tried to hold around that. So that's why I said, oh, this must be midterms, and then we jump forward to February.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
in the text of the move itself, it's like, and if you're in the middle of an adventure, put it off for a while until it makes logical sense.
Yeah, that also makes sense,
Yeah.
I think you got some good stuff out of it, though. We wouldn't have got pits.
Yeah, totally.
I'm glad that you think so, because they tickled me.
And Paul's hatred of, I've forgotten the character's name.
Brent.
Brent. We wouldn't have got that, which I was very much enjoying all his commentary on that scene.
That was pretty great. Cool. All right, well, let's circle around for roses. Since I like to do a snake order, we will start with Alex. Alex, what roses did you have from today's session?
Paul's commentary on that scene with Brent. I got a little bit of time with Toby, just like a little hint. And every time I have something with that character, I have the shame and guilt pushed on me by our keeper. Yeah, Pitt. I really like the character, which is a cool new addition. I quite like the double fake out of the lake. Like I was first like, there's like you're pulling on the leg, and it's like, it's she's turned into something to. She's turned into something to get him. That's what I'm thinking. Like, oh no, she's just playing. Actually, oh no, she's actually drowning. Like that wasn't the first thing that came to mind, so I quite liked. Yeah,
good. I was like, oh, I hope this isn't like too involved or too.
Aquatic werewolf attack. No, something else is happening. Okay.
Nice.
I like
good. Glad you like that. Just question. like if you could, what about tip did you enjoy most? Just so I can kind of harp on that or focus.
The
badassery.
The badassery, yeah, they're very straightforward. Like, you know, I was kind of half expecting it to say, "So we're gonna bang now."
Yeah,
That's like,
I think for me it was that too. It was just there wasn't a serpentine pattern between point A and point B. She just
no,
kind of
it
went
was,
straight, direct arrow,
yeah,
and I liked it. Because all too often NPCs, not in your games, but NPCs in a lot of role-playing games, all too often are artificially coy.
Mhm.
Whether you ask someone a question and it's a question that makes perfect sense to ask in the context, and they're like, "Well, why would you ask me that?" And that kind of thing. It's nice to have an NPC that's just like, "Okay, here I am."
I like the clash of her and Derek. Of like,
Yes, they're such an odd couple.
Derek and his, I don't know, clothes catalog, clothing image,
And especially Surly Derek.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, even better.
Certainly, Derek is delicious. He's just great. Awesome. Well, Jan, we've been talking about you, so now you have to give some roses.
I mean, my first rose goes to Tip, of course. I mean, I really enjoyed the fact that when it was like she was saying that she's having memory loss and sometimes wakes up and then like me making a joke of like, "Are you not a werewolf or anything?" Like, and then immediately going like, "Oh my god, she's a werewolf." So that was fun.
That was a great line. You pulled that off perfectly. It was really fun. Cool. Anything else?
Good switching back and forth. I liked like there was action bits like that. Just you always do that. Well, anyway, the what's even the switching back. Yeah, cuts.
Cool.
Yes, action cuts.
Good. Thank you. Jen, what about you? What roses did you have?
I enjoy the romantic entanglements that are being thrown towards Jessica and Earl. That's fun.
everyone.
And everyone, yeah, no. The romantic interlude intro was good. I'm happy that Bethany and Tekla got to finally hook up. We'd been sort of dancing around it for a while, and it seemed kind of obvious. It's like, will they, won't they? Sort of lesbian mating dance kind of thing. So that was good. It was good that, like, Tekla got to see something that actually freaked her out.
Oh, yes. Oh, you stole my rose. I love that Tekla got seriously wigged. Especially
the note room.
Yes. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
In front of her friends, and just, oi. She's been, seeing this and that and the other thing and been like, that's not normal. That's not good. I definitely have power over it, though, because it's small and localized, and this is not that.
Did anyone get when you're in that room and there's something in the room, get the idea of the thing in Legion? Anyone watch Legion?
First season, I haven't caught up on second season yet.
Not yet.
The little blobby, bald person.
Oh yes,
that thing. That just
oh yeah,
is in the background.
Awesome. Anything else, Jen?
No.
Okay. And then next we have Jules. What roses did you have, Jules?
I really like the ghosts. They're super creepy. I feel like it's the creepiest enemy we've had so far. It also helped out Tekla was creeped out because then we're like, oh, she's creeped out. Now we should all be creeped out. So it's like nice little creep out effect. I like that our ghosty storyline is finally coming together and paying off.
Yeah,
That
big
was very
payoffs
cool.
this session, actually.
Yeah. And I like the drama because drama. Nope, it was fun. You added some new stuff into it. Oh, and also really like, but like this is the first time we've played a game for this long. That you have like you're starting to get like a mental map of the location. You know, like the university building, like the coffee shop, the pizza. It sort of starts to make sense for you in a little picture world type thing, and I really like that.
Awesome. Awesome. That's one thing I love about playing in a setting for a while is it starts to feel a little lived in and things feel more permanent. Like
Exactly.
it's part of our canon. Thank you. Anything else, Jules?
I don't think that was it. Good job.
All right. Paul, what roses did you have, sir?
I'm going to echo one thing, which is we're hitting the point where campaign style play actually benefits in terms of sort of shared understanding of the world that we're in, and that's cool. Also, I really enjoyed all the little romantic bits as well. And I know I didn't yes and Hannah, but I think Earl's last experience with Hannah was kind of like shouting at her, and so he's going to have to figure out how to even deal with her before that. So I apologize.
Before their date. Hello.
Yeah.
For their date, it's not a date. There's no date.
She has defined it as date. She said the D word.
Mm-hmm.
No, she didn't. Hannah said tutor.
Check the tape, bro. She came back around and said it's a date.
Damn it. But I just want to say to you all, because Rich knew this, but you didn't. You must be awfully fun to play with, because I had a super snotty and also just randomly insomniac night last night. I got to sleep at about 5:30, and my alarm woke me up at 7:30 for my church job.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I was as engaged as I was throughout this, you all got to be hella good. So that's just a general thorn. A rose. General rose. Not a thorn.
That's
Damn you for keeping me up.
Thank you for coming to play with us, even though you're super tired.
Yeah, get a nap, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go sleep now. So my rose is a little bit of redo, but we'll quickly so we can dismiss you guys from class. Jessica had some of the best lines. Like, Jules, your comic timing this session was on point. You made me laugh so hard, so often. I think Jessica's your funniest character. And after Legend of the Elements, I didn't think I'd be saying that, because you're like not a ninja. Peasant was just the craziest, kookiest, coolest character. But Jessica cracks me up. She's really, really fun. We already mentioned it, but just to retouch on it, Tekla getting freaked out was the best thing. I love it because it's like, this PC's freaked out, therefore by proxy we must be super freaked out because she's the freaky one. So what's going on here? And that really added a meta level of narrative that I super enjoyed.
Yeah.
I love that. And Paul, I like Earl. The commentary of hating on Brent Rodriguez as an audience member was fun. The commentary of the group chat was very, very fun. I appreciate that. Jan, thank you for leaning into the mundane's role as the helpless victim. Like, yes, I'll get drug along by a tip and I'll just play along. And I might be slightly surly, but I'm still doing the thing. And you embody that so well. It's great. It's great.
I'm very much looking forward to tip scenes.
Yay! And Alex, thanks for pushing on the Toby angle, because I mean, I knew what was queued up, And you starting off with Toby, it was like you read my mind, like, oh God, this is so perfect because I know what's coming.
It needs to build it up. So yeah.
It was really good. It was really good. I was super happy with some of the payoffs that happened in this session. And I'm looking forward to next week. So Paul will not be able to make it. I saw that you had declined, Jan. Are you here next week or no?
Yeah.
You are?
Yes.
Okay.
There was some concern about I might not be there in time, but I think it should be fine.
Okay. And if you end up showing a few minutes late, half hour late, whatever, we'll work around that. I'll just, not come back to Derek.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
go.
in a different scene anyway, so fine.
Cool. Awesome. So in a week, hopefully you guys will survive the throwdown with this one. So thank you all so much.
It's not looking good so far, so.